Hi, Flosstube.
Hello.
Earthquake. I'm Laura.
Hi, Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
Hey, we'll get this done eventually, farm.
We started the video and went, wow, every time
I have to tighten a lot of stuff.
Yes.
I didn't realize the table had loosened up that much in the move. Whoops.
And I'm going to have to close that curtain that's behind the computer because I just noticed as a car drove down, the headlights reflected off the kitchen cupboards. Welcome to new home ownership.
This here is a Flosstube where we talk about cross stitch. Literally, you stitch crosses, X's.
Yep. Cross stitch.
Think bit mapping. How are you, dear?
It is Monday, January 4th. It's the first Monday of the new year, 2021.
Can kiss my butt. 2021 started off ticking me off. We go to the car on the 1st of January, and my sunroof is leaking like a leaky faucet.
It was
bad.
It wasn't that bad.
It had only just started raining a half hour before, and you know what? When I have like 4 or 5 constant trips in my car while stuff's closed, that's too much.
Bad would have been Niagara Falls coming in.
No, that would have been horrible.
It could have been.
As I told you before, just because it could have been worse doesn't mean it wasn't annoying.
And then I smashed my fingers in the garage door.
Yeah. We also found out that our garage is not fit for my van.
Yeah.
Width or lengthwise. I literally had an inch clearance to the left, to the right, to the front, or to the back.
I don't think it's the table that's making it shaky. I just moved my foot and it shook. I'm sorry. We are still adjusting to the new house and figuring out how to make everything nicely work. It is what it is.
Might be a new background eventually.
Maybe. Why don't we read? Well, we're going to shout out both last week's regular Flosstube and
okay, we have Lynn, Megan, and G. Ruby, Teresa.
Megan, I hope you're wearing pants.
That's only if she's being videotaped.
True story. True story. And from our New Year, our Whip Parade video.
Bridget, different ones. Lynn again. Glenn, Andrea.
Thank you all for subscribing and commenting and watching and
the button's down there.
Listening with our crazy.
Hit the button. Like, favorite, subscribe.
I'm crazy. All right, let's move on to whips.
Yay!
Whips.
I seriously swear, I'm going to get some floss and actually make it into a weapon with it.
Please don't.
Oh, come on. It'd feel like being hit with a wet noodle. Okay. Big surprise, everybody. Ink Circles Dragons of Sumatra. This is on 16 count Picture This plus Thunderstorm. I finished the last of this and then got this bottom row done. Not much, but I did have fun. Laura?
Cheryl, yes, you can smack me.
She'll
get it. Okay. Where to start?
But I tell you, pick a princess.
Pick a princess. Pick a princess, any princess.
By the time she's done, she's going to have a book for them all.
Everybody's... Okay, so I don't know if y'all saw my new planner. when we get into plans, I'll go through my planner layup a little bit because I've had a couple people ask. No, I don't have the bell one because I can't find the bell one, and I haven't been able to find the bell one. And God bless everybody who has tried to hook me up with the bell one, giving me links. They're sold out by the time I get there.
Hey, honey.
If Happy Planner restocks the bell one, I will get notification, and I will probably buy it.
Hey, honey.
And he'll get mad at me, and I don't care.
When the hell did I say I get mad at you for that?
Oh, he said a bad word.
Fudge, sugar, and shippy whips.
I'm just saying, I'll have 2 2020 planners if they restock the bell one. 2021 planners if they restock the bell one. All right, let's start with...
I was just going to say, you think that's bad? I have a friend at work who's been trying since November to buy a PS5.
If I look into finding a bell one, I'll find a bell one. If I don't, I don't.
Keep in mind, he tried to buy one the minute they launched. And he hasn't been able to get one.
Cinderella is my second favorite Disney princess. Tiana is one of my friend's favorite Disney princesses. And Snow White...
Is Snow Flipping White.
Is Snow White. And she's bad A in Once Upon a Time. So I'm good with it.
Okay. Snow White literally got 8 different men to all agree to her. And she only kissed one of them.
There you go. We love Snow White. So I'm okay with what
Take it out of context. That story's really messed up.
If I can find Belle, I'll find Belle. But I do really truly appreciate everybody who's been like, Laura, here's a link for Belle. Speaking of Belle,
by the way, you saying you'd be mad at me, you do know I looked myself, right?
I know. I figured you probably did.
But I get mad at you.
All right. Speaking of Belle, Shannon Christine's Belle is one of my zombie run Daily 30 projects. So for Daily 30, which is a closed group, if you're interested in joining it, message me so I know, and as soon as I can, I'll get your name in the door to possibly get entered. That's the best I can do. It's not my rules. I understand why she wants to keep it small, though. So for the yearly event, we are doing a zombie run. And I am a zombie. I am running away from the humans. So if you're a zombie, you do 200 stitches to earn a mile. If you're a human, you do 400 stitches to earn 2 miles. It equals the same. It's more or less how often you want to take pictures. I started with, I started with the smaller count to see how it works out, because I've also put my 4 zombie run projects on my WhipGo board. So I need to kind of figure out how making my WhipGo goals works with the zombie run. So I started with the lower counts. If I find that I can do the bigger counts, I can switch once I get so far. You get so far and you get an amulet or an antidote. It's an antidote if you're a zombie. And you can switch to a human. It's fine.
It's not an amulet. It's called getting bit.
If you're a human, you get an amulet and you can switch to being.
That's called getting bit.
Whatever.
Get with the Lord, people.
So Belle is one of my 4 zombie run projects.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Wrong fairy tale.
Doesn't matter. Once upon a time, they combined them all.
If somebody gets the runaway little girl reference, you will be my friend forever.
And mine.
I did 218 stitches on Belle, which was working on her chest in here.
Gotta get Belle going on.
I have a long way to go on this project. That's why I put it on the zombie list.
You're like 5% of the way done?
Yep.
I love you.
And the thing of it is, once you touch, you have to put, so if you're a zombie, you have to put 200 stitches. You know, you have to do 200 stitches on each of your 4 declared projects, and then you can stitch the rest of your stitches on whatever you want. Which is an advantage to, if I'm not feeling something for a month, I only have to do 200 stitches. So, we're doing zombie run.
Run, Rudolph!
Alright, up next. Lady of the Flag is on my zombie run. Yes, I have intentions of finishing her by summer. If you finish a project, you get to just plug something else in for free. If you want to switch out a project, you have to use one of your antidotes or amulets. So, I did 201 stitches on Lady of the Flag.
Well, it's Shelley, right? That runs the daily 30 group?
Cheryl.
I always get names
Cheryl.
wrong. Cheryl, if you're watching this, you should have, like, if you have 5 antidotes, you can bite somebody. And make them a zombie.
There's a reason I told her
if
she
you
could
get
smack me.
if you get 5 cures,
I will know she is watching this when she finds out I've told her she can smack me.
And if you get 5 of the cures, you can, like, use a dart gun to make somebody a human. Add a layer of interactiveness.
I had to figure out what those colors are. There's like 5 stitches right there that are missing colors. But I did 201 stitches on it. I'm filling out the flag. Obviously I'm more right about here-ish is half the pattern. So I'm kind of filling out the top half of the pattern. And yes, I realized I forgot to do her flowers that she's holding. I had
Not moved that needle minder in a long time.
Well, no, what I had very intentionally left the flower area empty because I had stitched around it to work out the greens that I needed in the flowers to distinguish them, or if I needed to backstitch to distinguish them, and then forgot about it.
As I said, you haven't moved that needle minder in a while.
That section next. Lady of the Flag is on 32 count, hand-dyed by the Slovak Farm. For your thoughts. It's looking a little orangey in this light.
It is orange.
I mean, it's orangey. It's kind of coppery orange. Belle is stitched on 28 count, hand-dyed by the Slovak Farm in black ice. I have some stringies hanging. Okay. If you did not watch the Whip Parade, you have not seen my work on this. My Christmas block Sal project that I did not finish before the beginning of the year. So I basically ended up filling out the rest of the grid, the border grid. Then I want to say last Monday I hadn't finished these 2 blocks, the block with the church or baby Jesus. So through the end of the year I had done 1,940 stitches on it total through the end of the year. And then decided, since I didn't finish it by the end of the year, if it fits a prompt, I'm going to stitch it for a prompt. Guess what? Fits a prompt for the week.
I'll say that in plans.
So
I'm organizing my brain.
We'll get to that in plans, though.
It's a jangled mess.
Jingle, jangle, jangle.
There's a lot of empty room up here.
That's comforting. Shores of Cochran Hollow is also one of my zombie run pieces. Okay, so I only worked on zombie run pieces this weekend, outside of putting some stitches on Christmas block. And this weekend being Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because Friday I barely stitched because smashed fingers and nieces. Shores of Cochran Hollow is one of my other zombie run pieces. That's the 3rd one.
And if you're wondering, her nieces are at the lovely age where playing hide and go seek 30 times is still fun.
This is on 32 count, hand dyed by the Slovak Farm. Cleveland crud, which I need to take a picture of this because the meteorologist on the channel I watched the weather on, they were talking about making a positive out of Cleveland crud. The Cleveland crud. The gray, overcasty days we get, generally get mid-December through March.
Or April.
Sometimes April. There is 201 stitches, which is pretty obvious to see. It's the framework for the bricks and the windows on top of the house. That house is going to be a slog. I think once I get the brick outlines done, we'll be good.
That fell.
Okay. It's black, so it's good. I know it goes. It's good. It's good.
I don't know. There's so many grays. I figured there were 20 blacks.
We've determined I have a lot of gray fabric. I actually need to pull out all of my gray fabrics. What I really need to do is buy some plain white fabric and dye my different grays and have samples. I think that would make life a lot easier for me. All right, and last but not least, my final zombie run piece is One Nation by Bygone Stitches. And I'm just going to be blunt. There's a needle miner on here that some of y'all might not agree with. It's not foul, but some of y'all might not agree with it. I'm sorry if you don't. It's my opinion. So, most of what I did on One Nation, this is on 28 count Dirt Road by Hand Dyed by the Slovak Farm. Most of what I did on here, what did I do? I did 204 stitches. The 2 white stars, and I'm working down the edge of the blue border. I realized it was a lot easier if I did the white flower stars and work down the blue border. So then I'll just get to the bottom with that and finish that up. There is a single stitch like border that goes around the whole field of blue. I elected to save that until I had everything else stitched in, and then I'm going to stitch it. So the variegation follows around that, if you get my drift. Because you can see the blue is variegated. So I got my first, 800 stitches in for the zombie run. I think that's, 4 miles? Yes, because 2,400 stitches is 12 miles.
I was going to say 8 divided by 2 is 4.
Math. And that's been my whips for the week. Not a super ton, but definitely getting back into the swing of challenges and stuff. No haul for this week, so we will zip over to plans.
And the boy hits the button.
Plans and announcements.
Well, I'm working on dragons, and I'm basically going to wait to finish that 25 grid Christmas
It's
thing.
called Christmas Block Sal.
I'm going to finish that after she's done with hers. I don't share well.
We have had a bit of a struggle sharing.
And also, I just want to work on dragons. But when I'm done with the dragons, I'll get the Christmas block sale done. So that way, that'll be ready for next year, too.
There you go.
And then we can hang them up on either side of on the pillars.
I was going to put them somewhere side by side. I don't know about on the pillars, but when I get this house together, I will do a house tour of our new house. But I got to get the house together.
November?
Which will be the slightly shade of never.
November is not never.
But,
well, the fun starts this weekend. I was going to start this past weekend, but car.
It could have been worse. Okay. So we are back.
One more time, please help me. I'm going to hand you your projects in black ink.
I'm trying to stay positive here. This is a change. I'm the one being the positive person. Okay, so Friday the 1st of January kicked off the new year of daily 30 prompts. We got new weeklies, new monthlies, and of course the brand new yearly. I am focusing on weeklies and yearly this year, and I'm leaving the monthlies for if I have time at the end of the month to grab a couple prompts to do, to have something to do. Cheryl did change the monthlies a little bit to make it easier to try to fit everything in, but I'm not going to stress about it. So, our first week we are on Fantasy Island. Yes, the TV show. So we have to stitch on a piece with a bell or a tower in which bell could be hung. Guess what project that fits? Christmas blocks out because, you know, obviously church has a bell tower. So I started the fireplace block. So I started the fireplace block for that set of stitches. I haven't got to counting it yet, so that wasn't in the count I gave you in whips.
Hey, would you know what I would have done?
What?
Bell.
I had thought about that, but I'm like, well, bell tower. This bell tower in a church. Okay. Yeah. Put stitches into it that has something in the design. I just went out of order. Put stitches into a whip that has something in the design that is typically discarded after it's used. We decided on, because he helped, cardinal points, because you throw away flowers after you use them, because they die. I'm literally gonna put it like that. You throw away flowers after you use them.
So positive there.
Because they die. Stitch on a whip that has put you in your own form of purgatory trying to get it done. What whip have I not cussed at trying to get stitches in on? That is the question, because really, synchronized drinking, that was a bit creepy. But it's true. Most of my whips have given me some trouble at some point. We decided Scenic Farm would be a good one. A real good one for that, because trying to work out doing the half stitches and the blended threads and
she had to change what the pattern said to do. That's purgatory right there.
It's probably one of the rougher things I've done. I don't know, doing a full conversion on a Mirabilia is kind of rough too.
Yeah, but that wasn't a problem. That was the planning. That was actually I view that prompt more as a what unexpected BS did you bump into, not what did you plan from the get-go.
Okay, I'll give you that. All right, next. Stitch on a piece that you can somehow tie into Star Trek or the sci-fi genre. Joe's suggestion was
Lady of the Flag as a changeling.
Because I'm
converted the crap out of it.
And there are like, oh my gosh, I think I've seen, well, there's the regular gold version. I've seen somebody do, the green version. I've seen a blue version. I've seen a gray version.
Oh, if she was completely green, I would have also said she could have been an Orion.
I had to give her regular normal skin.
I know. I'm just saying, if she was green, you could have made her an Orion. I'm not going to finish that because it's YouTube. But let's just say the Orion women are very attractive and use it for their advantage with hypnotic powers on men. The kind of sirens in the Star Trek universe.
Okay, then. So we're going.
I know a little bit about Star Trek and about sci-fi.
A little bit.
No, there are people that make me look like an idiot. They're truly woohoo with knowledge of it. Plus, there's all the other sci-fis I could have brought into it.
So that's what we're going with. And the final prompt for the week is to stitch on a whip that has a catchphrase or something you can tie into leather. technically this whip would work for both, because how many... I went with my Lord of the Rings piece, Aragorn and Arwen, because Aragorn wears leather in the movie, and yes, please. Although, I could probably come up with attaching it to a catchphrase, because how many things are quoted from that movie that most people know?
I have one that fits that scene very well. Bounce, chicky, wow, wow. It is their wedding.
This is true. This is true. I'll give him that. But I mean, fly you fools is used quite frequently.
I saw a really funny meme. So you have my sword and my bow and my tea. What do you get? Twisted tea.
Yeah. I hear that one. I see that one quoted a lot on the internet.
And memed and other
memed.
things.
Oh, what's the other one? Oh, the one where one does not simply walk into Mordor. That one.
Yep.
In and of itself. Even though the picture is completely wrong with the dialogue line.
No, but the hand gesture just fits.
It does.
And then there's the I saw another Twisted Tea one, and it was the scene where the Elven King gave Aragorn the sword of the king, and the blade was replaced with a Twisted Tea can.
In case you're wondering what the Twisted Tea jokes are, because we just have degenerated into the Twisted Tea jokes. The week of Christmas, before Christmas, some
moron,
not so smart white kid in Illyria, who has a sordid past, was in a convenience store.
The Circle K on Broad.
Which was actually very close to where we used to live. Getting in this African-American man's face, calling him the N-word, daring him to swing on me, so the African-American man, who was holding a Twisted Tea can in his hand, swung with the Twisted Tea can and cracked the kid in the face.
The tea can exploded.
The Twisted Tea, which is an alcoholic beverage, exploded. And it has been meme central for the people in this area.
In this area?
I mean,
my brother in West Virginia has gone nuts with it.
It's gone international because Megan up in Saskatchewan has it, and she thinks it's funny. But if you're not in the know, that's what the Twisted Tea jokes are. But that is the weeklies for Daily 30. Like I said, I'm not focusing on the monthlies. However, Cheryl, if you're still watching, I do have a question. How much trouble would I get in if I submitted a project with a guy on it for prompt number 3 of the monthlies and said, well, it's a guy. There's a pole and a ball. Use your imagination. How much trouble would I get in?
That was my joke.
Because it's been the joke all weekend on Zoom. Having a little bit too much fun. Okay. That's it for the week. It's kind of another short video. But I do my best to try to keep my stitching concise and not speed talk, because I know I'm challenged with watching videos that are not speed talking but are concise. Sometimes that doesn't always work out.
If you like the video, like, comment, share, subscribe, go on, the buttons there, hit it. Bell notification thingy me bobby, so YouTube actually tells you when we post a video. The
YouTube thing. Okay.
I mean, YouTube really, considering the fact that almost every single YouTuber, YouTube just needs to come up with a standardized stamp at the end of every video.
You can get graphics that are standardized. I just haven't done them. All right. We will see you next week then, I guess.
Bye!
Did you go potty? Did you go outside? Did you go potty? Did you go outside? you want to go potty? Do you want to go outside? Go outside. Go potty.